Hi everybody, it's Christina from Card Making Magic. Today I'm going to be sharing a card with you that I'm making with some of the items from my new Christmas collection. This collection is available at Craft Stash and there is a lot to choose from. So for this card I'm going to be using the Christmas Holly embossing folder, and we're going to put some colour around the edge. I'm going to be using the Poinsettia dies, and we'll add a little tag to the card as well that says peace. Now although this is a Christmas flower, you can use this all year round, so I'm going to show you a couple of ways in which to make this look different. So the poinsettia stamp is in 3 parts. This is the base for your card, this is the second layer, and this is the fine one that will go on the top. And it's just this one that I'm going to use on red card, because what I want to do is heat emboss this in gold. So I'm just going to pick that up with the lid, and then I'm going to go over it with some Versamark. And once you've done that, you can sprinkle this with some gold powder. Now once you've done that, you're going to heat emboss that until that powder melts. So once you've stamped that up as much as you need, you're going to take the solid die and you're going to place it over your flower, and you're going to marry it up with the pattern and then cut them out and add them to your cards. Now one card that I did using that method was this one, and I've also used the smaller stamp in the set to create the smaller flower. So that's one way that you can use these stamps. Now if you wanted to completely stamp the poinsettia, you would need 3 different shades of the colour that you want your flowers. So I'm taking the solid piece first and I'm laying it down onto my white card, and then I'm going to pick this up with the lid. Now I'm going to do mine in red, and I'm using Altenew mini inks. So I've got 3 different shades of red. So I'm going to start with the palest shade on the bottom piece, and we'll stamp that down. Now I need to marry up the second layer, which is this one, with the shape of that stamp. So we'll move this one out of the way. Now the petals are in different sizes, so you'll need to make sure that you've married them up completely with the correct shape, with the correct way. So we're going to add that one in there and pick that up, and now we'll go for the middle red, and we'll stamp this one down. And there's your second layer. Now we've just missed a little bit there, so we'll just ink that again and re-stamp it. We can go to the last layer, which is the really fine detail. So again we need to line this up with the pattern, with the shape, and pick it up. Now you can either go with your very darkest colour, or you can use your Versamark and edge that in gold. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to do it with the darkest layer. Now you can use the very darkest layer, or you could use black. So we'll just add this in, and that will give the really fine detail around the edge of the flower. And again we'll do it twice. Now again, once you've done that, use the solid die and cut that out. So this one is now at the stage where I said you can use your darkest ink or you can use your Versamark. So I've got the fine layer on the lid and I'm just going to use the Versamark. So we'll make sure that we've got that down nice and neatly. So here's some different looks for your poinsettias. Using that solid base will give you the flat shape. Using this one will give you the filigree base. Using this on its own with some gold embossing powder and the stamp set will give you that look. This one is done with some lilac and purple ink and some silver embossing powder. Now these are done with the stamp set. So we've done that with the 3 layers of the red ink. For this one I've used 3 layers of yellow ink. And for this one I've used 2 layers of the red ink and the top layer with Versamark and gold embossing powder. So there's nothing to stop you from layering up your flowers to look any way you want once you have them cut and stamped as you like them. You can even use them with some floral centres to create another look for your flowers. And the dies will also cut felt. So again, with the floral centre, you have a really pretty flower there for your cards. You can cut into the petals and add your flower centre, put some leaves behind it, and there you have yet another look for your flowers. Now you can layer up your holly leaves. There's the solid piece and this is the patterned top piece. You can layer up your leaves. So you have these 2 pieces for the leaves. You have the different centres for your hollyberry or your poinsettias, and you have the pine cone as well as a little bow to decorate your cards with. Using the leaf dies in the set will give you 2 different sizes. So for my base card I have a top folded 6-inch card. I've created a mat that's going to sit in there and just leave a small border, and I've created another mat that will sit inside that, again with just a small border. Now it's this white one that I'm going to put through the embossing folder. So I have some little finger daubers in red and green. I have red and green inks and this is my card. So I'm going to open. Finished card using the layered poinsettia, and there's another couple of options open to you that you might want to try. This has been glittered on the red card, and this one has been embossed in gold. And don't forget, with the flowers you have several options open to you. You can do white on white, you can do red on red, you can do red on white, or white on red. You can line the petals up, or you can offset them as you wish. You can emboss them in gold, you can emboss them in silver, and you can make them any colour that you want. You can add a flower centre to them, or you can add a pearl. And don't forget, you can also trim the leaves, the petals, to make them spiky, or you can even cut them out of felt. So these are the items that I've used to make the card. We've letterpressed the embossing folder to create a background. We've used the die and the stamps for the poinsettia in different ways, and we've added a piece label to the card. And that's now ready to send to someone for Christmas. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please join me on the next one, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.